today.
Yes, sir.
Jazze Hayes.
Yes, sir.
What's up with
yes,
you,
sir.
big
Chilling, chilling.
Scoot this over a little bit.
All right.
Chilling, my man. Been in Albuquerque.
Man, it's shit like 12 years now.
12 years.
Yes,
I remember when you first got out here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
damn sure.
I remember when you first trekked out here, and if I'm not mistaken, as soon as you got here, you linked up with Royalty Life.
Yeah, they was actually so. My mom's from you first moved somewhere, had to live with moms for a minute, and then but I used to drive down San Pedro and just see the sign, Royalty Life Records. I'm like, man, I wonder if they really recording in there or what. So just one day I just stopped in and everybody happened to be there.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? I had my daughter with me and everything. We went to the mall trying to find us some shoes and shit. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna stop in there. And everybody was in there, Will, Humble,
I had
all
no idea that's how that happened.
Yep, that's exactly how that happened. I just walked in. I was
Who
like,
was all in there?
It was Will, Humble, Jigsaw was there, Cooley wasn't there. And then I forget their names, but the two white boys that did a lot of the production and all that shit.
I remember the dudes. Jigsaw, I haven't heard his name in a minute. Where did Jigsaw go?
Jig moved to Atlanta. He moved to Atlanta, so he in Georgia now.
Doing his music down there.
Honestly, I don't even think he's doing music no more. He's last I seen he was working doing I want to say it got something to do with TV. I want to say, you know what I'm saying, but he just been working from what I seen. I ain't seen him drop no music or nothing like that.
Humble, I mean, for those that don't know, Humble is gone on to do
Humble doing his thing.
A big thing outside of music, really.
Yeah, and the crazy part is he kind of like really just kind of left music alone and focused on. He's basically like a financial advisor and that type of thing, agent for pro sports. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen him work deals for
yes,
countless
sir.
people in the
countless,
NFL.
Bro.
And,
yes.
He's NBA, NFL, movie stars,
all of it. Yes,
actors,
sir. Yes, sir.
All kinds of crazy stuff.
He's doing his thing.
Big shout out to Humble.
Anytime you rubbing elbows with John Elway, you on to something. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? You on to something. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure. So that was like 12 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Walked into Royalty Life.
Yeah.
From there it was on.
It was on. Yep. Me and Jigsaw really linked up like quick, and then once I met Cooley, me and Cooley linked up, and we was just in there just punching them out.
There was a lot of shows and stuff we were doing at that time that I remember. Sure. You know, you guys were on a lot of. I mean, Royalty Life was on most everything that came out.
For sure.
All the shows. Sir. You know, I
remember doing takeovers.
I was thinking to myself, like, how are they doing this?
I
was sitting in my studio, like, how come these guys are getting on all these shows? It was a wild time, man.
Yeah.
And now, you know, looking back at it, just like the history and everything that was created at that, you know, over the past decade and before that, you know, even with Cooley Shaw. Cooley Shaw was a part of what we were doing.
Okay.
You know, and then he went over there with you guys, and I mean, I always supported Cooley in everything he was doing, and now, you know, he's cranking out some hard videos.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir. He moved to the other side of it.
Yeah,
and he's been damn good, bro. Like, his videos come out real nice.
Man, I love that he's still doing something to move this forward.
Yes, sir.
You know
Most
what I mean?
definitely.
He's not. I don't even know if he still drops music. But
he shoot his own videos now. Like I think he was just like, man, let's cut the middleman out.
Yeah.
He figured it all out.
Right here.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Yep.
Question, like, coming from Compton to Albuquerque. Yeah. How was that transition for you? Like,
big different. But then in the same, like, it's I'm gonna tell you why it's different. In Cali, everything's just moving so fast. It's always, you know what I'm saying? It's just quick. Everything moves quick. Coming here is it was a little slower. Like, and then even just the music you get on the radio.
Yeah.
We get it, like in Cali, you get it a year to 2 years ahead of time before we even get it on the radio out here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They're pumping it way.
Exactly. And they just, you're going to get a new artist every week
and
down
now
there.
Here, it's like if it hasn't hit number 1, 2, or 3,
they're not playing it out here. You know what I'm saying? So, just in that aspect, it was a lot different.
Were you doing music, a lot of music out there before you left?
Yeah.
So how was the difference in the music scene? You know, being able to promote your music and do shows out there as opposed to coming out here.
You know what? Like when I was doing the music out there, it was really like on a lower scale. I kind of really had just got into it seriously. You know what I'm saying? I had been writing music since I was 12.
Homies from the hood.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you know, really like in the booth recording, I had just really kind of got into it. And you know, we had shot a couple videos and did shit like that, but we never even released them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just kind of trial and error type thing. And so then when I got out here, it was like, okay, you know, I seen what y'all, Royalty Life, everybody else was doing. And I was like, and that was the difference too. It's like when in Cali, it's kind of, you kind of got to already be somebody in order to, you know what I'm saying, to get on, because you got these big events and these star-studded names and blase.
All kinds of people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And, everybody's rapping out there.
The locals out there are on.
Exactly. So, you know, it was just a little bit different out here. You get out here and, you know, you can network and actually talk to people, and motherfuckers was regular, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker wasn't treating you no weird way or just because you didn't do this yet or do that yet. So it was a little different, but, you know, shit, it is what it is. You know what I mean? To touch back on the Royalty Life stuff, how did all that like end? To be totally honest, I think it was just like humble, like seeing something else in his agent thing he was doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, the bigger opportunities and had something else going on. You know, and then like a little bit after that, Jig left. When Jigsaw left, you know, then it just like kind of dispersed. Like, and I feel like, you know, especially with what they were doing at that time, I kind of feel like people, you know, the feeling was, we've done everything we can do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, here. So it's like either we get up and ship this somewhere else, or, you know, I'm finna go take this route. Yeah. And that's kind of just what it was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, then after that, you plugged up with G5 Fly.
Yes, sir.
That G5 Fly came like immediately after.
Well, actually, G5 Fly, me and one of my homeboys in Cali started.
Shout out to G5 Fly.
Yes, sir.
All the homies over there. The whole gang.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So me and one of my boys, Golden Boy in Cali, started that in Cali. Okay. Before I moved here, so I just brought it with me. You know what I'm saying? So even when I was over there with Royalty Life, hanging with them and all of that, anything I did, it was always G5 Fly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then once all of that was what it was, you know, I just said, okay, I'm gonna just push this. You know what I mean?
Is that how you linked up with Ronnie?
Yeah. So actually, when with Ronnie, he had just got out, I think.
Which
like
time?
For the 10th time. Shout out my dog. You know, but Ronnie, I think he had just got out, but I knew Eric Kills before I knew him.
Just getting out.
Yeah, oh God, straight up. So I knew Eric Kills before I knew any of them. And then so Eric Kills, Ronnie, and Be Easy had a group called Rec Shop. Okay. And so I was already about to put Kills on G5, and he was like, man, I got these two cats I rap with, woo woo. So I went over there and listened to them, and I was like, oh, y'all hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, let's do the whole thing. You know what I mean?
One of the first, I guess, presentations of G5 Fly that I saw was when Ronnie battled Exclusive.
Oh, bro. Oh, man. That's like forever going to be one of the greatest. That was like, enough about your bitch ass. Let's talk about your bitch ass.
G5 was there.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And that was like one of the first times I remember like watching and seeing, okay, these guys are coming. They're coming to bring it.
Well, Ronnie, and the crazy part was, because we had kept asking, bro, let us hear your bars. He was like, nah. He was like, I need this to be as organic as possible. You know what I'm saying? And so he wouldn't tell us the bar, but we knew he had some shit. We was like, this nigga finna say something crazy. You know it. Because he wouldn't tell us. And we was like, bro. So when he did that, we was like, oh, bro, you done lost your mind. You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
That shit was dope.
That was crazy. I mean, even just for it being like a smaller local battle,
exactly,
in Santa Fe, like that room erupted.
Yes,
you know?
For real.
And it
real.
wasn't just because it was the homie. It was because this motherfucker was in there saying some shit. I was like, oh my god,
went crazy.
I don't think homie raps anymore. I don't.
No, he actually started shooting videos too.
Exclusive.
Yeah, he started shooting videos too, and I really don't even know how that's going for him, but me and him had chopped it up about doing a video. We never ended up doing it. But
what's up with G5? Is G5 and God Gang the same thing?
No.
Okay, so there's G5.
Yeah.
There's the assholes.
Yeah.
And then there's God Gang.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
those are all three separate things.
Yeah.
Different members in each, but some of the
But
members
some
are
of them are the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So with the way it was, especially with the UBR stuff, it was like so many different little crews and cliques.
Shout out
You
UBR.
had, yes, for
Again,
damn sure.
we're
Yes,
always
sir.
shouting out UBR.
Yeah, believe that.
Straight
Believe
up.
that. We had G5, A-Side, shout out A-Side. It was just a couple different cliques and crews, but everybody was kind of together, you know what I'm saying? And so the God Gang thing just, in my personal opinion, I thought, I felt like it was more or less for January Black and Ronzi.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they were kind of like the group of the God Gang, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so
that was a big group.
Yeah, no,
Shout out
they
P.S.
dope
and
as shit.
Ronnie
Yes.
and Be Easy's part of that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
a lot of people.
It's a lot of them, bro.
It's a lot of
It's
people.
a lot
Third.
of them. Third leg.
Third,
All,
just big shout out to Third.
For real.
Yeah.
So it's it's crazy because they shake kind of came off of the G5 shake.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of the same.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And the new music now. Let's walk through the projects. Your first project you put out was
my first project was Cargos and Chucks 1.
And that was on Royalty Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the second one, Cargos and Chucks 2. And those are just mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? So I went to volume 3 on that. And then I did BYOV, and that was Bring Your Own Vodka. And then I did Jazze versus Takeoff. And then I did BYOV. And now I'm working on a new project.
BYOV was the latest thing that's out.
Yeah, for
okay.
sure. Yeah,
and that was with God Gang or G5?
No, that was just G5.
Okay.
That was just G5. That was kind of, I actually recorded that shit, like, shout out to DJ X-Man, my uncle.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? That's uncle.
We'll,
you know what I
we'll
mean?
take a second and just give all praises to DJ
Yes,
X-Man
sir,
because
sure.
I was doing songs with X-Man 15 years ago.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And X-Man has always been the dude that's like, just take the beats
Yeah.
and make something hard.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
And
Yes,
he
sir.
has always supported, like, there's been times I threw shows and the DJ couldn't make it. I call X-Man and he's like, bro, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Exactly.
All his equipment and shit.
Yep.
So he is just
Yep.
one of the guys out here for sure that is laid his bricks in the foundation. I just want to give a big shout out to DJ X-Man.
For
You know.
damn sure.
But
For
yeah.
damn sure.
So
he pulled up and I call him for it. I don't understand some of these programs and Pro Tools and whatever else. I need your help. You know what I'm saying?
Help
He'd
me
be like,
out.
I'll be there in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Or he'd be like, what is it? Okay, click
I'll
that.
walk you
Okay,
through this
did he
shit.
do that? He really know all that
He'll
shit.
walk you
so
through it, not
he'll
even
walk
looking
you
eyes
straight
closed.
through it, yeah. And so I had built a little studio in the back of my crib, and I just had him come over one day. I recorded like 3 tracks, and I just had him show me how he mixes me. Because I usually record with him, you know what I'm saying?
What he's using, filters,
Exactly, and I just wrote it all down, you know what I'm saying? So I had a way to mix myself, and I recorded the whole BYOV, mixed it, did it all my damn self.
Nice.
And so after I let him hear it, he was like, this is what I would have done. So
Nice.
I bet, I put the tape out. You know
So
what I'm
the
saying?
new that you're working on right now is called?
This one, now this, I ain't too sure yet. All the homies is telling me to call it Crip.
I mean,
If
the shoe fits.
Yeah, most definitely, right?
The shoe fits.
Most definitely.
Let's
right?
talk about that a little. How is it, being a Crip in LA, coming to Albuquerque and seeing what Crips are here? You know what I mean? Because Crips here are a lot different than Crips in LA.
Most definitely.
In
The
LA,
gangbanging is just different, period.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not really corners in Albuquerque. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like motherfuckers are in their house chilling.
Yeah,
It's not. You're not
for
gonna
damn
drive
sure.
down any streets and
see
there's
a
a
whole
gang
bunch
of
of niggas
people
standing
out
out,
front,
yeah, for
outside,
damn
or on the
sure.
coast. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So it's a lot different because out there you got places you literally can't go. There's
Yeah,
neighborhoods
most
you can't go into
Most
because
definitely.
somebody's gonna ask you,
Most definitely.
"What are you
and
doing?"
they out there all day,
and
all
like
night.
sharks.
For damn sure.
Okay, so we don't have that here. You can
Yeah.
pretty much drive down any street in Albuquerque.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
If you look suspicious, you might get shot at.
Yeah, but most definitely.
You drive because nobody's
Yeah.
gonna be on the corner like, yo, hold
Yeah,
up.
for real.
So how is that the transition?
It's
being from a gang, being
Yeah.
a Crip,
Yeah.
you know, and being somewhere where Crippin's like this and then where Crippin's like this.
Yeah. And, you know, for me, I've always been the type of person to never try to, you know, press the way my Crippin' and the way I was taught how to Crip on anybody else. This where you from, this how y'all do it your way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna, I didn't come through here to teach, you know, be your teacher and
I'm the originator.
yeah, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all do this how y'all do it, okay, do it that way. You know what I'm saying? But for me, you know, it's a little different. Like, you know, where I come from, you know, especially in my hood, like the big homies don't do dope. You know what I'm saying? We sell that was always the thing. You don't do it, you sell it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so then coming out here, you're big. You see, I'm over here with this nigga, big homie. I'm talking about doing hard shit. Like, I'm like, ooh, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But you know, and once again, that's what y'all do. Do your thing. I ain't here to judge a damn thing. Who am I to judge you? You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, I don't think. Like just even like the jail system in California is like totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like getting locked up out here, as soon as I got in there, you know, and they let us out of our little cells, I run up to everybody, I'm like, where the black people phone at?
Yeah.
They look at me like I said something foreign, you know what I'm saying? They like, what? I'm like, where the phone for the niggas at? You know what I'm saying? And they like, nah, bro. Yeah. I'm like, what you mean? I'm thinking they trying to set me up or something. I'm like, hell no. So I went and found some niggas like, hey, we ain't got no black phone or nothing. They was like, nah, bro. I was like, hold up. So I can use any phone? They was like, yeah. So, you know, just even in that aspect, it's just different. In Cali, you know, everything is like segregated. You know what I'm saying? To the most.
It's a big melting pot out here.
Yeah, for damn sure.
It's a lot of different. You got blacks, whites, Asians, natives.
Oh yeah, it's all here.
You know, everything. Hispanic, fucking, just everything. It's a whole smorgasbord. So everybody kind of just does their own thing.
Yeah,
you know,
there's
not a whole lot of like, we don't like those people.
Yeah,
you know
and it's not. It's really
it's
not.
not.
You know, that's the cool part about being here. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you like going to jail or some shit like that. You out there doing what you're doing. Yeah. You know, you don't have to worry about them politics and shit like that because that shit gets sticky. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker grew up with this dude on the same street, and just because he a 13 or something, you can't shake hands or spread with it. You can't break bread and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, I had to learn. I went to jail my first time at 18, so you know, I'm in my, you know, I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? We grown ass men in here, and like I know that nigga. He's like, hey, I'll hit you up later. I'm like, what's wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? Like, the homies had to tell me, like, nah, bro. Like, you know, in Cali, you know, we a little more relaxed on it. But the essays don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't play that shit. You know what I mean?
I went to jail twice. One time I went for 7 days. And it was on like the most bullshit ever. Like it was like the judge was mad at me, so she was like 7 days. I didn't even do nothing wrong. But that was the worst 7 days of my life. Mm-hmm. And that 7 days, I haven't been to jail since then. Yeah. And that was probably 15 years ago.
Is that right?
Yeah, at least a decade.
Yeah.
At least. I mean, I'm probably about 15 years ago. And I just said I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. There ain't no place for nobody,
I'm
bro.
not trying to move like that. It's just a lot of opportunity out here. You know? And I think people get so caught up in just like glamorizing the lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah.
That people get caught up for no reason.
Yeah. Most like and see, once again, like I think a lot of the differences, like when we come from Cali, like especially like being a 13 or something, the way you get your ass tech and all of that is going to jail. Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of different hoods, even black, white, whatever. The way you get them stripes is going to jail. You know, you got to go in there and put your work in, do what you need, whoop whoop. So, you know, it's turned up to the max. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It's just like
2021 is wild.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
it's turned up to the max. That's how I feel.
Yes,
I feel like
sir.
Turned up to
Believe
the max.
That.
Sure.
Believe that. Yes, sir.
That shit is wild, man.
Yeah,
and bros.
Yeah, so me and my bro Denver, we
big shout out, Big Denver.
Big D.
Yeah, Big Denver.
We got this little cooking thing we doing, man, and we call it Bro Bros Bistro. And shout out to Hub City. They had when we came up, we had the idea
big
for a couple years.
Big shout out to D and REG.
D and REG.
My guys.
Real. We had our idea for a couple years, and I knew they had their little truck over there and shit. So I just called D one day. hey man, we gonna come pull up on you. And so I went and talked to him about renting the truck out from him and shit like that. And shit, we just took it from there. You know what I'm saying? Rented the truck out from D. And, you know, business was booming, you know what I mean? We was just selling plates like it was going crazy. And so, you know, a little shit happened, so we stopped renting the truck from D. So now we down to just like cooking on Sundays. That's it. Yeah. Cook on Sundays, and I mean, we do damn good on a Sunday, you know what I'm saying? For real. So
I see the people buying and posting and tagging. For sure. So, you know, that's dope. And the studio, you got the studio running.
Yeah. So me and my bro Stacks, we actually opened up a studio over on San Pedro and Copper. Yeah. So we right there, man. It's you know, got a little photo room in there. You know, game room, the studio. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's a cool facility for sure. Yes, sir.
You know, we did the interview over there.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a very nice facility.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
No, congratulations on everything. You know.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you coming down.
Man, you already know. You already know.
Anybody you wanna big up, shout out?
Hey man, shout out to everybody. How about that, man? It's 2021. We ain't hating on near N-word. You know what I'm saying? Get your paper. That's all I want any and everybody to do. Get your paper.
That's it, man. Go check us out.
Yes, sir.
Clothing.com.
And I had the fresh pressed dealer shirt today. My man.
Still hot.
Yeah, man, I'm talking about what? Still steaming. Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Catch you.